Hey friends, welcome. I just realized BookCon is in 40 days and I have 24 unread books that I plan to read before this event. I may have made a terrible decision. I really love that book, but I will give it a chance and see. Kindle, I downloaded originality 5 out of 5. I am excited to share with you the newest book that I read. This is me being dramatic and panicking, and panic reading is not a reading strategy. You need to have a peace of mind so you can read these books. And no, this is what happened. BookCon, let's start from the beginning. BookCon was this event that alerted on like Instagram for me, and it popped up, and I'm like, okay, it's popped up. Let me see what this is about. And I'm like, okay, it's in New York City. They haven't had BookCon since 2019. It's sponsored, or it's kind of like Comic-Con or GameCon, and it's a big event where it's all bookish things. And it was interesting because I do have a friend that goes to travel for book Comic-Con and GameCon. I've never done that. I've done conferences for work and things that I have done professionally, but I've never done it as like a hobby or gotten into all the books. And I'm like, okay, I have all these books. Let's see what authors are going to be at this show. I'm not buying any extra books, but let's see how this will play out with the people that are there and the books on my shelves and books that I've read for book club that I'm in too. So I'm like, okay, all of these authors were very common. It's like your favorites author type book. Excuse my washer and dryer playing in the background, but here are the authors I'm scrolling through so you can get a look and see. If you blink, you might miss somebody because I was scrolling through Alyssa Cole. Okay, that's somebody that I knew. Some of these authors, they wrote, like, the guy that wrote Project Hail Mary, he's going to be in there. And it was just such a random power list. Like, everybody on this list is like, I know you've read something from somebody off of this list. I was surprised that I had all these books in my bookshelves of books that these authors that are very popular that I didn't even know that was that big of a deal. And I'm like, wait a minute. What? Look at her. I have that book. I have her books. And I'm like, they just posted this list of names. Look at her, from Curvy Girl Summer and the Plus Size Player and that. I'm like, they had these books. I guess people just now committing to it at the last second, but they updated, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know some of these people. Look at her. We Were Liars. Let me pull this off my shelf. And that's what I ended up doing. And my brain went into panic mode because I'm thinking, okay, I had books and I thought I had more time. That's my thing. And I have been picking and pulling, and I read like 5 books of these different people already. Look at Holly Black. So I'm like, okay, I pulled out the ones that were obvious that I knew, but look at Jasmine Guillory. I'm like, okay, Jenna Bush, she's going to be there on panel. And, I love her book club. And I'm like, okay, this is interesting. It's getting good. Look at her. I have her book, Wicked Games. I'm like, all right. I know these people's names, and I know they're big deals. Look at Julie Murphy. And I'm thinking, I have a lot of these people's books. I need to get to it. And I'm like, okay, let's see what I can get through. I read Kennedy Ryan's book. I'm going a little fast right here, but you can see, like, it's a lot of big wigs that's going to be at this book festival. The lady who did Reformity, she's going to be there. Get her. Red City. You have a little bit of the, like, book talkers and booktubers that's going to be there, has big names and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, you're going too fast. Stay slow down. Olivia Blake. And I'm like, I've gifted some of these books away. The guy who did Hidden Pictures, Jason I can't pronounce his last name. He's going to be there. R.F. Kwong, everybody is obsessed with her. O'Reilly Seiger, I love The Only One Left. I gave that book away. I love that book. There's a lot of faces that's going to be in the building, and I want to be prepared to know, like, who all is going to be there. Oh, here she is right here. I haven't read her book because I'm scared, but there's Tia Williams. Look at Tommy. She did Legends, and then you have the Legendborn, and all these different, like, big people. And I'm like, okay, the ticket was not cheap. Tia Williams. They have the author of Children of Blood and Bone. So it's not like I didn't have, this book was gifted to me. These books were from Goodwill. Like a lot of these books, this was gifted to me. This is Goodwill. Like a lot of the books that I had was just like, okay, you have all these books. Let's just pull out the author books that you have on your shelves and we'll go from there and see if you want to read them or not. So I'm going to count all the books and see what I have. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 books. And I'm not counting the ones that I read already. I read her books, Alyssa Cole, and y'all know how I feel about these books. She's going to be there. So I don't think this is going to make the trip. I'm going to gift these to somebody because I really didn't. I don't want to get into it. This lady and her friend writes books, but I didn't read this one for Christmas just yet, but I will read it this Christmas. But I'm not bringing this book with me. The catch is you can I think you can get 5 books signed because I got the VIP package. I'm like, okay, I'm going to pick out of this list my top 5 that I liked and get them signed. This guy, he's going to be there with Project Hail Mary. Y'all see my review about this, and this book not coming with me. So I have been reading. In Ember in the Ashes, she is one of the authors who backed out. Like, she canceled, and that's a whole nother story why she canceled. And it's justifiable. She gets a pass. Hopefully nobody else backs out, but she did cancel because she's kind of protesting. And long story short, the parent company is in some crap with ICE. I'm gonna leave it right there. You can look into it. I can post her reasons that she validated why she canceled and she got out of the contract. But they have some people who are stuck in a contract who couldn't cancel. So I did read this book, The Perfect Find, Tia Williams. So let me see. 7 Days in June and A Love Song for Ricky Wilde. Those 2 books, I really enjoyed this one. I'll post my review about it soon. I want to bring this to get signed. I might do the Ricky Wilde if I have time to read that one too. Now we're going to get to the reality check. So of these authors, it's 12, I'll say 13 of them that I would like to actually deep dive into. And realistically, it'll be a reading challenge for me. And so far I've read 20 books this year. And I think with the 40 books, it just overwhelmed me and I started to panic. And I couldn't focus on the book that I was reading because all these books were in my mind. And it was My Husband's Wife because I'm going to a book club meeting for the latest My Husband's Wife. And I wanted this to be like a palate cleanser, but this book is kind of hard to read because it is in the UK. And their banter and how they talk and speak is completely different. And I got to use a lot of different brain power to actually read this. It's a thriller. It's a lawyer. Person is in jail and she gets married. There's a little girl. It's a lot of drama and stuff going on in this. And it is a cliffhanger on every chapter. It's just my brain is not working. It wants to read those books. So I did use that as a buffer. My book club meeting for this is on next Tuesday. So I'm going to read this one. So I have to compartmentalize this whole stack and focus on this one. And then the following book club that I'm going to the following Tuesday, it is Remarkably Bright Creatures, compartmentalizing these 2 books. So I have to read those outside of the BookCon books. And then when I go to the book club meeting, they'll give us a new book that's supposed to be read in April. And I can focus on this stack. Now, the priority reads. I'm going to show the stack. I'll show y'all the stack. So let's go through it. And then hopefully they don't fall. This book is part 1 to a series, and it is called The Foul Lady Fortune. And y'all have seen her all over the place. This is somebody's favorite book, Chloe. And that's her name. I love the cover. This book, it is a fantasy book. I don't know what it is about. I bought this book from Ollie, and I know it was rated really high on Goodreads, and it's been collecting. Actually, I just bought this book because I was like, oh, she's going to be at BookCon. So I panicked on all the books that I was supposed to be reading for BookCon. And when I went to the bookstore, I'm like, oh, I need to buy that book because that person's going to be at BookCon. Like, this is how far I've gotten. Like, it's like when people are, this is a reach. But when people are, okay, it's about to be a war or it's about to be a hurricane, and everybody start panic buying toilet paper or panic buying canned goods and panic buying this. That's what I was doing. I was in the store and was like, oh, BookCon is coming up. I need to get this. I need to read this person's book. And I'm like, I bought this book for, well, I think it was like $2, $2.99. And I'm like, okay, girl, when are you going to find the time to read this book? This is a young adult book, 14 and up. Yeah, a 511 page book. This is not going to be book 1. I can tell you that right now. Jasmine Guillory, or Guillory, I don't know if I'm saying her name right. Drunk on Love. And I know it's a romance that I would like. Kind of like, I really enjoyed that book by Tia Williams. Like, I put them in the same category. Like, you know, lovey-dovey, sweet. You're going to have some drama, some trauma. All in that type of book. So I did read this one. But I'm planning to read this one. Let me see. So that's probably going to be one of the books. Or I might go with a thinner book by her. By the book. And it's the Meant to Be series. And I'm saying this because it's going to lead me into If the Shoe Fits. And these two were part of the same, like, little Meant to Be collection. So I might knock those two out and put these on my list as a priority read. So that's 3 of them. Okay, let's see what else we got. She is from Ollie. And this is the one who did Red, White, and Royal Blue, which I don't own that book, but I do have this one. I'll read this one. It's Casey McQuiston. This is all hopefuls before BookCon. I got this one for the 5 for $15. But I don't know which one I'm going to read by her. Because this book, it might be this one. It might get read because Kristen Lauren, she writes with her friend. And these two are like series, you know. And you have the True Love Experience and you have the Soulmate Equation. So I kind of want to read those together. So I'm voting on reading probably this one. Something Wilder by her, if possible. If not, I will read the first one of these books, but those are, I don't know yet. I don't know just yet. Still on the fence. With this lady, Julie Clark, she's gonna be there at BookCon. I'll give her a go. It was a book of the month pick, and I probably got this from Ollie, or no, you know what? I got this for $2 because they had a $2 sign on at that thrift shop. I did. So, The Lies I Tell. This will be one of the books that I read. That's the only one I own by her. Shadow and Bone. And The Six of Crows. So, I soft DNF this book because I didn't have time to finish reading it. So, I might pick back up with this one. Or this one. I'm on the fence. I don't know just yet which one. And I might go with Shadow and Bone. Because this one is dense. I don't know. I'm still on the fence with this. I need to decide on those two. I don't know just yet. Let me know which one have you read or which one did you prefer out of these 2 books to read. They both are #1 in the series. So, Shadow and Bone and The Six of Crows. I don't know just yet with those 2. I'll put that to the side later. Okay. The Family of Liars. I know a lot of people did not like this book or care for it, but she's going to be at BookCon. I'm going to read the first one in this series and just see which one. Let me see. What order do they come in? We Were Liars. Okay. I'm going to see which order these books came in, and I'm going to read the first one of that. So I think it is it We Were Liars? I don't know. One of the two are going to be getting read. Let's see. This one, I know this one is chunky. It is 525 pages long. Children of Blood and Bone. She's going to be at BookCon. So let's see. All right. The Holly Black. I think I'm going to read this one by her. Just because I love the cover of this book. But I do want to get into her duology of these. But this one, I know she is the Cruel Prince or Prince of Cruel or something like that. But these are high up on my priority to get through. Okay. With these two books, I'm going to go with this one. The Book of Two Ways. I haven't read anything by her. I got this one from Ollie. This one from Goodwill for $1.99. Mad Honey. But I'm going to go with that one. I've already read Tia Williams' book, The Perfect Find. But up next, I possibly will read the love song for Wookie Wild. If I have time to get to that. But we'll see. I might read a little bit more, a little bit less. But I'm being delusional here. And then I have this last one. It is Legendborn. So that will be my stack of books that I'm making a priority to read. So let's readjust and see what we got. All right. So this is the reality of everything that I pulled from that stack. It is still a pretty thick stack of books. And my priority authors that I want to read with the 5 books that I want to get signed, I don't know just yet because I haven't read all of them. Like, I feel like my gut is telling me, of course, you're going to get the Tia Williams book signed because it was the first one that I read by her. Tia Williams, she's getting signed. I have a gut feeling that I want to get this book signed, the If the Shoe Fits. She just looks so cute to me. Julie Murphy. I don't know if y'all read this or not, but I want to support her. Jasmine Guillory. If you notice, everybody I'm picking is like romance out of the stack. I'm just picking through romance. This one is cute too, meant to be. And so that's 1, 2, 3. Who else do I want to get signed? I'm going to get this Holly Black book signed, if possible. And then possibly, and I won't know officially which books I want to get signed until I read these books. I'm going to just say The Children of Blood and Bone. Let me get that signed. So this is the 5 that I plan, that I want to, a rough plan of who I want to get signed. So just like a priority right here. I do want to get into this book like ASAP, book of the night. So, okay, let's not panic. But I've been panicking, y'all, and I couldn't focus on my books that I was reading at the time because I just realized this list, it was coming about. And I'm like, okay. My realistic reading goal for weekly reading, I'm going to do 3 to 4 books a week. I'm saying this in my brain, putting it in the universe. Every 3 to 4 days, I'm going to be reading a different book. So each book is allowed at least 3 to 4 days max. And honestly, for this book conference, this is not even my prep list. Like, reading isn't even the only thing I have to prepare for, I'm going to have to do that in a whole nother video, like a book conference prep list. and deciding, okay, which books I'm bringing, which I'm deciding on this, but the official books that I'm bringing to BookCon. I'm not bringing all these books. I'm bringing 5 books to get signed. My friend said she would get 5 books signed for me because she doesn't want to get anything signed. But that's going to be too much baggage going to BookCon. And I want to come back with more books, of course. So I'm going to have to get my sticky notes, and I'm going to have to go to the page where they need to sign and write my name so they can know where to sign in the book to make it easier for them. And also I need to draft out some questions that I want to ask these authors. If y'all have anything in mind of questions that I should be asking them. And I need to finish my priority reads, you know. And this is just me reading, like I would say on a good day, 30-40 minutes a day minimum. But I would like to read 2 to 4 hours a day. And that way I can knock out a book in like a day or 2. So yeah, I just realized that, like, I'm like, okay, April 17th is BookCon. Yeah. So if you want to follow along and see if I actually survive in the random reading challenge that I just created for myself, just subscribe. Make sure you subscribe with me, because this is turning into a full-blown BookCon series. So let's just let me just tell y'all. So this is going to be like a BookCon adventure, because I've never gone to BookCon before. And I'm excited about it. I just want to have some type of accountability to where I'm reading the books that I said I was going to read. And I want to be able to engage with the authors and not walking around looking crazy. And it's just my goal. Like, I don't want to read all 24 books in 40 days, but I do have 40 days to read or get myself familiar with these authors. So that's what I'm saying. I just needed to reset the goal, because I was definitely panicking and I don't want to burn out trying to read all these books and stuff. So my new goal is to read 1 book per author that I know that is attending. Yeah. So that is all that I have. And stay tuned, like and subscribe for the next BookCon thing that I'm going to be doing. And that might be packing. That might be going over a couple of books that I read for the week. And we're just going to see from there.